Active Reading by the National Learning Network. When you start college, you will be provided with reading lists for each subject area. You are expected to read large volumes of material. You are required to digest, analyse, evaluate and apply what you read with very little guidance or support. You will not be able to read everything, and you will need to be able to distinguish between what is relevant and what is not. In order to do so, you will need to learn active reading skills. Before reading, always have a purpose or clear goals. Are you reading for an exam, for an assignment, to get a greater understanding of the text, or to find specific information? When you find a reading, make sure you record the bibliographic details. These include the title of the paper, the author's name, the year of the publication, and the page numbers you have read. There is a method of reading called SQ3R: survey, question, read, recite, and review. SQ3R is a 5-step technique to reading that can help you construct meaning. It uses elements of questioning, predicting, setting a purpose for reading, and monitoring for confusion. Step 1. Survey. Look through the whole reading or chapter to preview it. Look at the titles and the subheadings, abstracts and summaries, introduction and the conclusion, pictures, charts and graphs, the first and last sentences in each paragraph, and the conclusion. Step 2. Question. As you are surveying, note down your questions. Writing down questions keeps you alert and focused on your work. Ask yourself, what is this chapter or article about? What did my lecturer say about this chapter or subject? What do I already know about this paper? Look for the what, the who, the how and the why. You can also devise questions that will guide your reading. What are the specific questions you are looking to answer? Turn subheadings of the paper into questions. The third step is to read. As you read, look for answers to the questions you have raised during step 2. Carefully read the important sections that you have identified in step 1. You can then skim the less important sections. Make notes, underline, or highlight important concepts. Question the author's reasoning. Is each point justified, and is there enough of evidence? Make sure you understand what you're reading. If you are having difficulty, reduce your reading speed or reread difficult passages. You can also look up meanings of words that you are unsure of. If you are taking notes from the paper, in your own words, briefly describe the main arguments of the author. Find quotes and ideas from the text that supports each argument. When taking notes, do not copy whole sentences from the text, as you are not actively thinking about what the information means. Do not highlight large chunks of information, as when you study this again, you have to try and remember why you highlighted it in the first place. Step 4 is to recite what you have read. First, close your book. Try to remember what were the main points made in each section. You can also try to answer the questions you made in step 2. Say it out loud in your own words. You can make a summary of the section or make notes or mind maps. The final step, step 5, is to review. This is where you check the accuracy of your notes against the original paper. Look over your reading notes and try to answer the questions you made. It is also important that you revisit your notes weekly and test yourself on new and old material each week. Reading is a very important skill needed in order to ensure success in college. Reading actively promotes understanding, increases attention and concentration, and improves retention. In order to active read, Make sure you have clear goals, record important details from the text, and use the SQ3R technique to survey, question, read, recite, and review your notes.